Let's talk about it. Are love languages real, or is this just some made up hogwash? Before we get into my understanding, let's go over what the five love languages are. The first one is words of affirmation. When words of affirmation is your love languages, essentially words build you up. You thrive on spoken affection, praise, encouragement, and accomplishments. Harsh words and criticisms can bother you for a long time. Secondly, we have acts of service. Anything your partner does willingly to ease your workload is a sign of love to you. You feel cared for when your partner vacuums before you get in or makes you breakfast as a surprise. On the other hand, broken promises or laziness can make you feel unimportant. Receiving gifts. When you speak this love language, a thoughtful gift shows to you that you are special. Quality time. To you, nothing says your love like undivided attention. When your partner is truly present and not looking at their phone, it makes you feel important. And lastly, we have physical touch, holding hands, kissing, hugging, and other touches are your preferred way to show and receive love. Now, before we get into the clips, my personal take on this is love languages. Um, Primarily, I would think it's safe to say something that women are really big on. I believe it's a scam. I believe it's a finesse, and I believe there's no way that you could try to quantify love down into these five things and essentially say, if you can't love me, because usually people of these love languages, people have one or two um, that they prefer or that they feel is their love languages. But there's no way you could tell me that if your partner can't love you in one of these five love languages, that means that they're not a good partner or that they don't really love and care for you. For example, if your love language is receiving gifts, so you're telling me if your partner can't buy you a particular gift, that they don't really love you. You see the finesse there? You see the finagle? You following me? But let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Do you believe love language is a real thing? And if so, let me know in the comments below, what is your love language? With that said, let's get into the clips.
To the girls that receiving gifts is your love language, y'all good? No, no, we are not okay. What is the problem? If you say that quality time is your love language, it's like, oh, how cute. She wants to spend time with me. If you say that physical touch is your love language, it's like, yeah, me too. I like physical touch. But the moment that I say that receiving gifts is my love language, you're deaf. You didn't hear me. Now I'm shallow and now I'm a gold digger. What's the problem? And why are y'all discriminating against receiving gifts? Listen, you got the girls out here scared to tell you that their love language is receiving gifts. So let me say it. Buy me stuff. Buy me stuff. And if you never bought me nothing, I never liked you, we never went together, please do not claim me.
Mm, mm. I'm glad that she posted this video because, like I said, this just solidifies the point that I was trying to make, that this is one big finesse with these love languages. And again, a lot of females, I'm not going to say a lot, but some females try to use these love languages, especially the one about gift giving, as a big finesse. Again, before this video even started, I already knew it was going to be some nonsense when I seen those like butter pecan color seats and that panoramic roof. That told me everything I needed to know. But you let me know in the comments below, do you believe love languages are real, or are people trying to use these love languages to shame and get over on their partner?
No such thing as love languages. You know who likes words of affirmation? Everybody likes them. You want to know who likes physical touch? Everyone likes physical touch. It's called fucking. There's no such thing as five love languages. My love language is getting gifts. You know who likes getting gifts? Get me NCAA 25 tomorrow and see how happy I'm going to be. Are you kidding me? Give me that Elden Ring DLC. I will be happy as a mother. Gifts are great. You know who likes gifts? Everyone likes gifts. There's no such thing as love languages. They've done studies. There's no correlation between love languages and successful relationships.
Again, like I said, I agree spot on. There is no real scientific data that's proven that these love languages exist, that these love languages do anything to help a relationship. It's one big finesse, and we're about to see that with this next clip.
Someone who claimed that love languages are real because it's an idea that was put down to paper in a book. I could put down dragons exist in a book, but if I can't go out and actually prove that dragons exist, then they're not real. And the same is true of love languages. Love languages have been tested multiple times. They do not hold up to academic study. But one reason so many people think that they're real is A, they didn't read the whole book. Let's be honest, you didn't read the whole book. You read the 5 love languages, you said, yeah, sometimes people do like getting gifts, and you thought, okay, this is proof that they exist. That's not the premise of love languages, though. Of course, some people like getting gifts. Some people like spending time with their partner. Some people like being close with their partner. That's not the premise of love languages. The premise of love languages is that each partner only has 1 or 2 primary languages, and if you don't love them according to those languages, then your relationship is going to fail. And that's the part that does not stand up to study. No one has just 1 or 2 love languages. The idea of what you need from your partner in terms of love from them shifts and evolves over time and can't be classified into a very generic, rudimentary list of just 5 categories. And this is why I don't think that a lot of people have actually read through the book. They just know about the 5 principles and they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I totally love when my partner spends time with me. This must be proof that the whole theory works. The book is chock full of examples of Gary Chapman saving, at best, the most mediocre men you have ever met in your life, and at worst, some of the most abusive in their marriages, by convincing them that the reason that their husband treats them so poorly is because of their actions and their failure to love him according to his love language. Not just that maybe he's a shitty person. There's one guy in the book who went to play softball 10 minutes after his kid was born and left after his wife's mother's funeral to go play softball, same day, like hour later. He devoted an entire chapter called Loving the Unlovely to a story about a woman who said her husband mistreats her, abuses her, swears at her, tells her that he hates her. She says she feels like she's completely ignored by him and that he's only using her body when they have sex. And what does Gary Chapman tell her to do? He tells her, go home, talk to your husband, and say these words: how can I be a better wife to you? And then he tells her to just have sex with her husband more frequently and see what happens. And at the end of the chapter, there's an update from the husband who tells everyone, oh, Gary Chapman, he's so amazing. He saved my marriage. No update from the wife, though. Interesting. So do people like spending time with their partner? Do people like talking with their partner and hearing their partner say nice things to them? Of course. That's not what love languages is. Love languages says you only like 1 or 2 of those things, and if your partner doesn't do them on an ongoing basis, that your relationship's going to fail. This was made up by a conservative Christian pastor who primarily saw white couples, who only saw straight couples, who is a complete homophobe, and who is a textbook, rampant, raging misogynist. Because I don't know what else you call someone who has a woman come in and say, my husband is abusing me, and then turn around and tell her, well, you should be nicer to him and have more sex with him, and then maybe he wouldn't abuse you. That is the author of the idea behind love languages. And that permeates all of the examples that the author gives when he talks about how to apply his idea behind love languages and how they work. And to boil all of relationship and love down to the idea that your partner only wants you to do 1 or 2 of these things all the time, and that that's what love is, it's flimsy. It doesn't hold up. It's not backed by any science. So when I say love languages aren't real, it is a nuanced take, and playing semantics with that is just disingenuous.
So essentially, we have this gentleman, Gary, who came up with these 5 love languages as a psychological mindfuck um, for to brainwash women with to stay with abusive men. Again, let me know how you feel in the comments below about this. Again, like I said, love languages never sat right with me. It always seems some type of like finesse, some type of scam. And it seems to be I'm spot on the money. But let me know. I could be off basis. I know the comments below we got a lot of scholars, so they'll let me know what's going on. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.